Just a second. Just gotta make sure I don't screw it up. So this will only be a brief stream. Oh, gotta mute myself with a cutscene.
It took some detective work, but the gang and I managed to track down where Rajan had gone into hiding. Somehow, he'd managed to transform a long-forgotten temple into the thriving center of his spice operation, and it's there where we'll find him. The jungle, too thick to drive through, forced us to walk the long distance to our target. We ran into a few problems along the way, but pushed on. For the temple was more than just Rajan's hideout. It was also home to the Clockwork Heart. A pump so strong and tireless, it could increase spice production tenfold. Good for Rajan, but awful for the rest of the world. Hope he's not counting on that heart too much, because tonight, it comes home with me.
Sly Cooper and the gang and the Predator awakes. Alright, new episode, new map, we know the drill. Better make sure I didn't forget to... Nope. Oh, now I remember the animations. It's starting, my memory's starting to clear up. Spice Room Recon. Alright, we know the drill. Oh, that was close. That was close. Ooh. Don't worry, you guys. That's the case. And here. Yes, 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 I found it. I found it. Holy crap.
Now take some recon photos so I can assess the situation. Just be careful. If you get hurt, the nearest hospital is 106 miles from here. According to my map of the area, there should be a hidden passage into the temple behind that waterfall.
Nice work, Bentley. I'll take a hidden passage over the front door any day.
Come again? Could you repeat that, Sly? Holy crap, I can't believe they got away with that joke. I cannot believe they got away with that one. Nope. What? Oh, he's targeting that one instead. Alright.
Bingo, you found the spice growing facility. Now, from what I know of photosynthesis, all the expensive equipment should be found at the top of this room. That access tube should get you up there.
All right, I'll head for the top.
Holy crap, that was close. So in case you don't know, something I want to point out is that, have you noticed that their movements have become more stiff since the first game? I don't think that's a coincidence. I think they made the movements even more stiff than the first game to give it that comic booky feel. be very careful because if one of them spots you, you're completely screwed. This music always creeped me out as a kid. Silver pen. Man, people really need pencils, huh? Alright, just hide in here. And don't worry about this guard. He won't see you. Alright, let's go over here. Get rid of these snakes.
Some of the vines around here are really slippery. Jump and hit the circle button to go for a ride.
Take a look at that. Here we go.
Here we go. Time for a few recon photos.
Here it is.
Looks like half of the heart is being used to super irrigate the spice plants.
So yeah, that's only half of the clockwork heart.
Check it out. Rajan's carrying half the clockwork heart on that stick.
Interesting. So he split the heart in half, and he kept the beating half in the building so he can produce spice, while the other half, the non-beating half, is just there on his stick. That's something I don't understand. Why? Why does he only keep the half? Why is he keeping the other half on his stick? Why not just keep it? Why not just use it for something else? Or does he see as a trophy?
That crane is keeping half of the heart suspended.
No kidding, Sherlock. We can tell from the rope.
There's the entrance to this level, only I can't figure out how to get in here from the temple's exterior. Bring those photos back to the safe house. We'll really need to think about this one.
Alright, time for another slideshow, guys. Sit back and grab some popcorn.
The clockwork heart is under some steep security. Heck, Rajan is carrying half of it at all times. To get at the goods, I'll need to gather some more information. Sly will plant a bug in Rajan's office, while I lift the spice operation blueprints off the Spice Lord while he makes his rounds. Unfortunately, while we're collecting intelligence on him, he'll be collecting data on us with an elephant-driven satellite array. Take it out, or he'll be able to intercept all of our communications.
Alright. That's something I don't understand. Wait a minute. Intercept all our communications, including the communications on the slideshow, including the Binocucom missions? Alright, so we got a few. Freeing the elephant, water bug run, and leading Rajan.
Rajan is able to monitor all of our communications out here with that elephant-driven satellite array.
That's pretty grim. You got a plan for shutting it down?
Don't I always? Now, the local spice plants are illegal for good reason. Eat too many, and you'll go into a fit of uncontrolled rage.
Keep that stuff away from Murray. Oh, wait, I get it. I put some spice plants in the elephant's feed bag. He chows down, gets all crazy, and then presto, the satellite's in pieces.
A crude interpretation of the plan, but accurate. The trick here is harvesting the spice plants. You'll have to do some serious climbing, as they only grow high up in the jungle canopy.
Alright, so we'll have to... We'll have to pretty much spend our entire time up in the sky. We'll need 6 of them, and they're all glowing around. Yes, there's even one right above our safe house. Spice plant. Huh. I like how Sly flexes well. Oh, come on. Can I go one day without OBS disconnecting on me? Here, spice plant. That put a damper on my mood. Did the camera just teleport? Spice plant. Didn't even have to move Sly that time. One thing I want to talk about. Reminder that Carmelita, Rajan, and the other people in the Sly Cooper universe wear pants, right? However, Sly and Harry don't wear pants. They literally just run around. Sly literally just run around robbing people while not wearing pants. He's literally running around with his dick out. Well, not really.
Why? Now take all the spice plants you've collected to the elephant's feed basket.
Sly's pretty ballsy when you think about it, doing that.
Sayonara, satellite array.
Oh, his eyes. Uh-oh, his eyes went red. You know that's bad. Holy crap, I'm not touching that guy. He just took on the brunt of an elephant attack and didn't even... and walked away. No, I'm getting away. I'm running while I still can. No. This whole house is tilting. Holy crap.
Sly, the insect in that pool is a rare Indian water bug. If you can carry it into Rajan's office, its wings will transmit local sound waves at a frequency I can monitor.
What?
Let me get this straight. We're gonna bug Rajan's office with a bug?
It is an elegant plan, I agree. Now pay attention. That water bug can only survive in stagnant pools. If kept out of water too long, it'll become unhappy and likely draw the attention of local guards.
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's office. A short swim every now and then should keep our little friend quiet.
Alright. I saw JFJ play this mission, and he did this mission easily. Before I try to recreate what JFJ did, I want to test something. Does this bug still exist? Does this glitch still exist? Does this glitch still exist? Does this glitch still exist? No! Huh. That's weird. Alright, so in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there used to be a glitch where a flashlight guard would just spawn right here. Where it would just spawn right here. Every time I do this mission. Anyway, let me see if I can do this easily. Not now, Windows. No. bugs out of the path, you will immediately fail the mission. Wow, it is easy. Huh. That was easy. Holy crap. What was I doing as a kid?
Excellent. I've already tuned into the bug's wing vibrations. I'm a genius.
That was easy. What the hell? GFJ was right. That was easy. Anyway, here's the safe.
Good thing I'm fluent in Sanskrit, or this last code would have been impossible. Try 386.
Bentley's multilingual? Huh. The more you learn, I guess. Voltage attack.
You've gotten the voltage attack move.
Did the guard just off himself? Anyways, time for the Bentley mission. This game's insane for having you go all the way around to do the Bentley mission.
As I expected, Rajan is out for his daily tour of the operation. My sources claim he always carries 3 blueprints on him, which, when read together, tell you everything about his spice operation.
Too bad he doesn't have that section of the clockwork heart we saw during the recon. You could just pump him full of sleep darts and we could all go home.
Unfortunately, my sleep darts aren't powerful enough to affect Rajan.
What?
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
Rajan has an insatiable appetite for Indian watermelons, which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while. Once he's asleep, I'll creep in and lift the blueprints.
Well, that's fine and all, but how do you plan on luring him over to the watermelons?
I've equipped my sleep darts with a sonic disruptor. The strange sounds they make should be enough to lead the ever-curious Rajan from place to place.
I like how they made unique markers for this special mission. Oh wow, that was easy. Damn, he just ate the whole thing. Yeah, that would put anyone to sleep. Holy crap. Oh, and be careful. The second you pull out the blueprints, he's gonna wake up. I'm curious why Belly doesn't just have Sly do it. Oh yeah, there's a range. It has a range. Damn, he can eat a whole watermelon. Fellas, ladies, just so you know, he's still single. Just throwing that out there. Careful, because he will spot you if you get too cocky. He ate 3 whole watermelons in one night. Watch this.
What? The blueprints! They have been stolen!
What?
That's the complete set of blueprints. Great field work, Bentley. You're really getting the hang of this.
Wow, those were some easy missions. Anyway, another slideshow.
I've got some bad news. Rajan has gone into hiding somewhere in the temple. I guess the destruction of his satellite array and my invasion of his personal space to get the blueprints spooked him. To get his portion of the Clockwork Heart, we'll need to drive him out into the open. Given Rajan's spice-addled temper, I'd recommend making him angry. First, we'll destroy the center of his operation, the spice grinder. Then we'll demolish the dam above the temple in an attempt to flood him out. If that doesn't work, I've made arrangements to exchange one of the temple's facade rubies for some high explosives, which, if necessary, we can use to flood the whole temple grotto. If my psychological profile is accurate, Rajan should pick up the other half of the Clockwork Heart before making his escape, effectively bringing it to us.